Venkatesan Ellapan is the CEO, Chief Executive Officer of Emurgo India, which is mainly focused for more than a year already on launching successfully blockchain educational programs, mainly in India now, but also with the vision he will share with us in other areas or territories on the planet Earth. So welcome.
Thank you so much, Basil.
Sharing with you your vision.
Sure. So thank you for the intro. I'm happy to be part of this podcast. I think this is the second time I'm connecting with you guys in this platform. If I look at the vision, what we want to do, the one thing was very clear when we incorporated in India. We would like to take the blockchain as a technology and Cardano as a platform to the Indian market. So India as a market, if you look at it, is a very large market. Last time I was sharing it with Denisio. About 34 million goes to the college and about 38,000 colleges and 800 universities. It's a whole big number to talk about. And the other side, India, still the cryptocurrency is not cleared by government of India. So we decided to take only the academy route where we will educate people. So that is the first thing we have taken in Indian market. We said, okay, we'll get into the colleges and the large universities where the young minds are available. For blockchain, particularly a platform like Cardano, which is coming up well, you need developers, the bright young developers who come and with a decentralized in focus. Obviously, they are the people going to make the difference. So our vision of reaching out to at least 100 universities plus reaching out to about 2,500 students, that's what we started with. Currently, if I look at, for us, India, definitely the reach is very good. In fact, 12 universities, we are formally inside the university. What do you mean by formally? Blockchain is part of their curriculum. Suppose if you join an engineering program or an MBA program, the program from Emurgo is part of their college or a university curriculum. So we are able to do that. We have addressed so far about 6,000 students about blockchain. It is about 34 events, 6,000 students we addressed about blockchain. And people are curious to know why it is called third generation blockchain, Cardano. So people wanted to know more about Cardano, why it is called third generation, what is the difference, all those things, right? Yes. So we went a long way there. Plus, we went and conducted a lot of faculty development program in the colleges, universities. See, that the bigger challenge is, one is your student community, they need to know. But your university community, the teachers or the lecturers or the professors, still they are not much clear about what is blockchain itself. So we conducted about 7 faculty development program from 40 universities, about 200 lecturers attended the program. It is a 3-day out of 3 to 5 days of a boot camp running about every day 8 to 10 hours. So that way, if we look at the 1 year of time, our vision of taking blockchain, definitely we have made a significant progress. But if you ask me, for India kind of a market, is it sufficient? Yeah, it is. It's just a small drop in the ocean. I think we have a very, very long way to go. And India, I would like to add one more thing. For working professionals, people who are already into some of the technology, it could be .NET, Java, or it could be Ethereum, or it could be anything. Who wants to move to blockchain as a technology, or who wants to come to Cardano? So then we conducting the working professional program. That is for the people with minimum 10 years of experience. So far, we have launched about 6 batches. Close to about 115 people are getting trained. The first batch is going to be coming out by February 2nd. So that way, as a community, what we have decided to do in the Indian market, we have been progressing well to reach our vision. The larger vision for Emurgo is, on the academy side, is to get into Indonesia, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, another 3-4 countries in 2020. In fact, I'm in Singapore today. We have been talking about how we are going to take this to the next countries, right? So that is the larger vision for 2020. It's a
I
little,
see.
it's a little lengthy answer, Vasil.
This is already I could from my point of view what I heard. This is a very good achievements for now. Very well. Let's fast development and having in mind how big actually and vast is the market in India. So this is already very good record.
Yes.
And also now we are in the beginning of 2020, and the countries you mentioned besides India, if we could let's say see the same record of growth like the first year in India, seems very promising. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Sure.
If I may, gentlemen, Ellapan.
Yeah.
One moment there, because I'm just going to attempt to share my screen.
Sure.
Let's see if that's going to work. So it's always a challenge, with new technology application. Okay, so here we are. So basically, I remember last year, you just touched on it as well,
Yeah.
The Shiva
Yeah.
partnership.
Yeah.
I think this was really great. This was really big. And I remember during our very first interview that we did last year, right? You mentioned that you were in Bangalore.
Yeah.
And you also had plans, to expand to other regions, within the country.
Yeah.
And if I'm correct, you guys have actually succeeded in doing this.
Yeah.
So you started out in Bangalore. You started out with the partnerships, with the Shiva University, and I think there was another one. There were two actually.
Yeah.
The college. So you have the university, but then linked to the university, you have the college.
Yeah, the PSG College of Technology.
Exactly. And so lots and lots of students, were joining the program, and it became more and more successful. You decided, of course, to expand to different regions outside of Bangalore. And so now you're communicating the vision for 2020. But let's just take a step back, because I'm really curious to know what have become of the Shiva and PSG College students.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen any results from that program?
Okay, maybe. Okay, so I'll put it this way. So what we do in Emugo, whenever we complete a program, for example, PSG or a REVA, once we complete the program, there is a hotline email ID is given to the students to reach Emugo for any support. So far, if I look at least 20% of the students are coming back to us, and they want to do something in blockchain. Somebody said, I want to learn Cardano. Somebody said, I am going to work on what is going to be Ethereum 2.0. So it's a mixed response. But 20% says that I want to do something in blockchain. It could be a business analyst kind of role. So they are seeking our help that, hey, can you please help us? Can you please guide us? In fact, the PSG, the one which you picked up, I've got an email about a couple of days back. A student, a very bright student, is writing saying that I am going to work on blockchain plus IoT. So how do I do it? In fact, the college and the university were so surprised. They said, yeah, we never expected student to be so enthusiastic about the blockchain. I think that way, I think we have succeeded to a major extent. See, the crucial part for Emugo India is from here how we are going to take it forward. That's very important. See, students started coming back to us. We are helping them. What will happen? What is the next step? Because slowly we'll have to link this with the employer market, or we have to link with the startup ecosystem. That is when the platform gets fulfilled. So now parallelly, one of my team is working on that to make sure that, see, suppose if I say that I want to work on this platform, somebody has to support them, and he has to see, and he should be able to see a career side of it.
Correct.
Right? So that work started now.
I see. One particular question I have about, do you have enough teachers and competent instructors for Haskell, and Plutus and Marvel.
Okay, so what we have done is we have completed Haskell. Haskell, we have taken Emurgo Global support. The global team from New York and Japan and Canada, they supported, because we are not getting the right manpower available in India. So we luckily, since if you are part of a global network, you are able to get that. So the Cardano initial set of sessions are handled by my global team. But now recently we have suspended a couple of classes because the Plutus and Marlow going for the major change. So we are waiting for the latest one, and we have informed the students that once the latest one comes, we will call you and we will update you again. If you go to Emurgo website, there is a line called Talent Troth, TALENT, Talent Troth, TROTH. So Talent Troth is nothing but, suppose you complete a program with Emurgo, you go out, a new thing comes up, like a Plutus is going for a major breakthrough changes. Then you don't need to worry. You will be called and you will be given a free training if it happens within 1 to 2 years of time.
Oh wow! So you're saying that once the student participated in the initial program, then and there's this new release, let's say in the smart contract era,
Yeah,
they can apply without having to, let's say, pay additional fees.
yes.
Wow!
So
If there's, wow, I hope a lot of people are actually listening to this.
Yeah, because that's very important. See, end of the day, in the training and academy business, see, one is the business you do. Second thing is you have a moral responsibility to make sure that this guy is ready for the job market or the employability is there, right?
Yes.
See, in front of our eyes, we have an example. So we have completed Plutus, everything. The next day there's a change, but change is for good. Cardano is doing some work there. That's why there's a change, and the change meaning you're going to get a brand new with updated information, updated all those things you're going to get it in Plutus. Then in that case, obviously you have to update your students.
Yes.
So I think it is, and particularly for us, for Cardano, it is even more important, because you take a Plutus or a Marlow or even anything, because we are coming up now. We keep doing a lot of changes because change is good. That's the only thing is constant. So obviously you don't have a choice. So we have included talent trap. That way the students are ensured.
Wow.
Yes.
What I do like, Ellapan, is that I was giving it some thought this current week, and I know that within the blockchain industry, there's a lot of people who just like hype. They like to hype things, and they're more concerned about, let's say, gain, more concerned about let's say making a buck, getting rich fast or whatever. And there's also corporations who actually kind of ride the wave with this as well, and they become pretty successful. But what I really do respect about Emurgo India is that you guys seems to be building a foundation, a steady foundation. It's like, okay, we know that the market is really big. We know there's a demand, right? So let's build let's build the basics from the bottom up. So we educate people, we educate them about blockchain in general. We go through the whole generation cycle, 1, 2, 3 Cardano, and then we go. Once we reach there, they fully, let's say, have enough knowledge. Then we take them to the following step.
Yeah.
And
See,
I respect that.
Yeah. See what happens. Unlike maybe this is little out of context, but still I want to tell you that's a fundamental belief of mine. See, it's not a service what you give where you deliver some food or you sell a product. You sell somebody career, right? And you sell one technology to an young mind.
Yeah.
So then we need to be making sure the ecosystem is available. It is difficult to build that ecosystem. That is the phase we are going through. But once we do it, that's going to stay forever. That's going to stay forever for Cardano, for Emurgo, for blockchain.
Wow.
So in that case, you have to go step by step. You don't have a choice.
Yes, I really do like that. You're not rushing things.
Yeah.
You're let's say moving forward systematically, but step by step. The approach is very logic.
Yeah, because I'll tell you where it is we need to be even more careful.
Yeah.
See, we completed at least so far 600 students have been trained, and about 110 people on the working professional are trained, and another set of batches are going on. Now, started getting a first set of feedback from the people. The first set of feedback started coming in. People wanted to increase more information. Some sessions people wanted change. Something people wanted more case studies. So now what happened? The content what we created about a year back, the first 2 modules are going through almost 40% change. And Plutus and Marlowe is completely changing. Haskell, the global team, come back and say that they want to add another 4 or 5 more sessions. So it has gone through one more change. So now we are making it as a practice that every 6 months once we will revisit the content, even if there is no update coming from the platform.
Yeah.
Still we need to do that. So so some of the colleges, the 24 hours of program, now it is becoming a 40 hours of program.
Wow.
So that is the big work is happening now, but at least now we are comfortable. We know what is required for the students.
Yes.
For example, a market like Indonesia, today, before we want to go to the market, we are very clear about the student ability in that market. See, the student ability meaning it comes from the academic background of that particular country. Every country has got a different curriculum, different way of teaching. So whatever you are going to teach, like for example, some of the universities in Malaysia, they teach C, C++, the programming part at the early stage. So what will happen to you? You teach them about Solidity or Haskell or anything, it's easy to pick up. Some areas it is not. So that the alignment of learnability and the learner and your content, that triangle has to be revisited periodically.
Nice.
Very interesting. And Evie, tell us this significant results. How many people are you doing these heroic tasks? You know, how many people are working for this?
See, if you ask me how many people are looking for, yeah, there are many who wants to do, maybe outside of their university all. We are looking at this year, that is 2020, we want to look at least 3,000 people to be trained in 2020, right? That's why I'm talking about purely the Indian market. Maybe what we do outside India is a different question altogether. And this comprises of all of our program, maybe the university program or a working professional program. It includes everything.
And from organizational development point of view, how many people have been working for this year in Emurgo India, and what is the plan for 2020?
Okay.
How you do it?
Okay. So 2 things. One is that Emugo India has got about 17 people on board. 17, including the tech team and front-end business development team. Apart from that, we have got about 19 consultants who are all not full-time, but helping us to deliver the classes, right? That's the idea. Now, this 19, all from the CEO or a CXO or a CTO material, right? See, today, Emurgo runs program in at least 9 locations. Not only in Bangalore, it is in Coimbatore, Hyderabad, Vijayawada, Chennai, multiple locations. It is difficult to send one trainer from Bangalore to, Bangalore to, if I send somebody to Delhi, it's a 3 hours flight. The country is so large, it's a 3 hours flight. So now what we have done is we identify local companies, a startup or a mid-level company where the CTO is working on blockchain. We work with them and we sign up with them. Second, they all go through a train the trainer training program. There is a 3 days of orientation given by the tech head of Emurgo India. We will teach them how they have to handle classes with Emurgo. What are things he is supposed to say? What are things he is not supposed to say? That training will be completed, right? So what will happen? These people are helping us to deliver inside the classroom. And there is a rigorous feedback mechanism happens. One, the student can give the feedback. These are all online. The student can give a direct feedback to faculty online, or he can give the feedback to the tech head, or he can write to the CEO, that is to me directly from the platform, saying that I have a problem. Apart from that, there is a management feedback which the college management and my management team will talk. So we make sure that the deliverable, what we promise, we meet in the classroom.
Yeah.
For 2020, the way we are going, we may have to onboard another 12 to 15 consultants within next 3 to 6 months of time. That is the plan we are working on, because not all of them are available every time. You onboard a C2 of a company, he is doing well, he's able to deliver. But
Yeah.
when it's a serious project or when he has to go on site to outside India, then he says, sorry, yeah, I'm going to take a break for 1 month or 3 months. I will not be able to take up. So obviously, I'll have to create a backup.
Ellapan,
Yeah,
if I may may just interrupt just for a brief moment.
sure, please.
15 consultants
Hmm.
within the next 3 months.
Hmm.
That's very large. That's very ambitious.
Uh,
But uh, the
please go on.
fact that you're even considering this, it says a lot about the potential, but also about the growth of about the company.
Yeah. One is the way we are taking to the market. Now we are in the ecosystem today. We are in the blockchain startup or the government ecosystem completely. We are getting in there. So that way we are able to reach out to people. Second, when last year September we started onboarding consultants, we thought, okay, we will do 5, 6. Let's try to do.
Yeah.
The team said, yeah, we will do 10 plus. Let's go aggressive on that because we need more people. But finally, we landed with some 19. So we are able to reach there. So now, I think we are pretty confident now. Like every week, at least 2, 3 people come to office. And now we started scheduling exact time for the trainer training program. So that it means that we are on a right track.
Mhm.
Yes.
Wow. If I'm just amazed. I'm just amazed. I was not aware of you guys planning to onboard such large amount of consultants. In the coming. It's just a short period. To me, as I mentioned earlier, it just says that there's a large demand. You
Yeah,
know.
there's a large demand for sure. See,
Yes.
the one big advantage is while the government has not given any clarity on cryptocurrency and they don't want to do it in India, the cryptocurrency part. But blockchain is a technology the government has opened the doors. At
Ah.
least half of Indian states, the government states, the Indian states, or what you call province or whatever you call it,
Exactly.
half of the states are working on e-governance or something related to blockchain project. The
Yes.
land registry project is going on, e-governance project is going on. So the government side, lot of potential coming up.
Yes. I mean, think about it. I mean, I was just speaking recently with some people on another platform, and I mentioned Binance. I mentioned the way that Binance has, let's say, strategically stippled out their plan, to their expansion plan seems to be working really well. They're doing this in a systematic way, making sure they get foot on in certain jurisdictions, not only in Europe but also in Africa, and they want to eventually open up their platform, not only for just crypto at the moment, but they also want to open it up for fiat. And
Okay.
it seems to me the way that they're going about this, it's kind of like leading to a um, uh, yeah, I know the word in Dutch, but in English they're making themselves indispend. How do you say? What's the English word?
Mhm.
Indispendable.
Good, good.
And I think that is what Emurgo, with the fact that you guys went from Bangalore, Chennai, Pune, you're expanding to many different other parts of the region, and not only that, but also keeping the door open for whenever the smart contracts era Goguen is launched, that people can actually be trained on how to build applications on the Cardano blockchain. We've seen a lot of people speak about mass adoption. We've seen people speak of, okay, when will this actually happen? But to make this a reality, you have to start from the foundations. You
Yeah.
have to start training people. And as you say, you are selling career opportunity, and I think there's where the difference is, and that's the vision that's going to make a difference in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. See, one of the decision we have very conscious decision we have taken is, see, 95% of Indian companies who are all offering blockchain are only into online. So either recorded lecture or a faculty come online and will teach you, right?
Yeah.
Here we are very clear. We will do a blended learning. While online will be there for Cardano kind of a program where my global faculty come and teach us.
Yeah.
But for most of the period, you have a offline classes available. You know how it helps? A class of 15 or 20 in the working professional batch.
Yeah.
I have learners from all the top companies, all the big fours, all the top companies. I have learners. When they do project together, the learning is immense.
Yeah.
Like three guys, one guy working in say IBM, one is Bank of America, and one is working for ENY. They all three trying to do a project. When they're trying to do a project, one guy comes with a strong programming background, other guy comes from the very, very strong financial fraud management background. In fact, that exactly happened in Hyderabad. I went for the launch event in Hyderabad. And Hyderabad, one employee he's working in Bank of America for 12 years. And fraud management, a lot of stuff he's doing. He is so impressed with blockchain. He's saying, hey, I want to learn because now I see Bank of America making a big leap into blockchain. So that's important. If you can't bring this culture, this learning into online stuff, you need a platform where people sit together, have lunch together, coffee with them, and go out, spend time. Then you bring up a team that makes big impact in the learning.
Yes. Wow. It's Vasil. I work as well in the financial industry, and we also have offices in India, in different parts of India. And I just mentioned, I mean, you mentioned a couple of larger financial institutions, also having a very great presence in India. The fact, that you're actually creating or actually shaping the future, for these young people for me, it means a lot, and I'm pretty sure that when the word gets out, right, that people who are interested in having a career within blockchain, and the only platform currently offering anything of such in India is Emurgo India, the Emurgo Academy India. Will you be able to handle the demand?
See again. See the point is the demand side. If you look at, it's very clear. See, it is not a number game of like you train people for the website development. So anyone can create a website development, and everyone wants a website. So it's a huge requirement and huge. So the demand and supply is a different level.
Yeah.
But for blockchain, we did a very, very quality people, good developer, good architect. See, we are looking at 4 roles going to be emerge in the world. That's what is my prediction or my team's prediction when we did our homework. It could be different from your part of the world, or it could be different from different companies. But there are 4 major roles we look at. One is the business developer role.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing is the architect role. Third is the business analyst role. This is going for the business management guys. They want to evaluate whether this business makes sense to move to blockchain or not required. So that is the third segment which is really coming up.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth, we look at the domain expertise. For example, you work in fraud management for 10 years. You may be the right guy to come to blockchain, upskill yourself and do the entire thing in blockchain because you know the subject matter. I may be a developer, I may write codes in Solidity or a chain code or a Cardano or a Plutus, whatever you call it, but I don't know what is fraud management, or I don't know what is logistics, or I don't know what is supply chain management. I don't even know what is retail. But you are a guy worked in retail for 30 years. If you learn blockchain, boss, you're going to make a whole lot of difference. You know what will go wrong, how you're going to fix it. So I'm saying blockchain as a technology, beyond crypto as a technology, it is going to make a big change, and this domain expertise are going to play a big role. So these are the 4 roles we believe it's going to be a big impact in the coming days.
Wow. Ellapan, I spoke to Joshua,
Yeah,
our ambassador,
I know.
and I'm really grateful, for the help that you've provided him, But I know that your focus right now is India.
Actually, you have not helped him. Actually, we have not done that. We have not. We are not able to complete that because we are absolutely packed. Okay.
No, I know, but the thing is, I see here. I mean, you'll have your hands full with India, right? I mean, with the Indian market,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
But your job is not done there. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's also opportunity for you outside of India, and I think you are going to be very busy, man. because because there's people in Africa actually looking to you, and I think the Cardano community doesn't know this because there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes, that obviously has not yet been revealed. But yes,
But I must. Sorry to interrupt you here.
yeah,
I must give you one feedback about Joshua and the work what we have done with him. See, before we start any program for anyone, we always would like to evaluate the learner's ability, right? We
yeah,
have Joshua to organize for about 10 people who are all willing to learn. We want to just have a chat with them. What is their current level of understanding? We are really impressed with the quality of people. The programmers are extremely good. My tech head was so amazed. He said, "Evie, these are the right set of people should come to blockchain." It was a big surprise for us. But we came to know from Joshua saying that, or this learner saying that internet is not there, very, very unstable internet and kind of socio-economic issues, what they go through. But these guys are amazing. These guys are absolutely amazing. That's a feedback I must give you. It was amazing people, and all of them know any one of the programming language, and they knew right up to the implementation level. It is not that learning some command. What is printf, scanf, or what is pointer? It is not that. It is much beyond that. I must give you that feedback.
yeah. Well, that's good. Actually, I asked him if he wanted to join, but he's tied up, so that's the reason why it's not possible. But I would have loved to, have you guys hook up, but that's okay. That's not a problem. I'm pretty sure, that the future is bright, for Cardano. Remember, just give a little bit of more background about some figures, right? How many people are there living, or let's say, within India? And if you can also explain how many of those people are part of the working class.
See, if you ask me, India, see the population, you know that it's 1.2 billion, so you can't look at that way. See, if you look at the market size for us, obviously, see, the easiest calculation I can take is about 4 million workforce in IT alone, ITAs alone, 4 million. This 4 million is from the NASSCOM data. NASSCOM is the government body which has got the registration of all ITES, emerging technology companies.
Mhm.
There are small-time companies will be almost half of the size, which will not be part of it. You have 5 employees, 2 employees, 3 employees may not be part of it. Even if you take a 4 million of this, there's a huge chunk. And out of which, at any given point of time, 20% of them need upskilling or reskilling their knowledge. Minimum 20% to be upskilled or reskilled in any one of the emerging technology. Need not be blockchain, AI, ML, deep learning, machine learning, IoT.
Yes.
It could be anything. Blockchain also part of it, right? So the 20% is the biggest number. So how these guys are going to be upskilled or reskilled? One way the company sponsors them, saying that, hey, I'm going to pay the fee for Emugo. Please go and get trained and come back. We start seeing that crowd coming up now, saying that my company going for a blockchain implementation. We are willing to pay 2 of our employee. Please train them. That's one way.
Wow.
Uh, second way is a large company that project still we have not taken completely into the market. The second kind of a crowd is company comes to us saying that, hey, I'm going for a massive implementation of blockchain. You come to my office, train about hundreds of my employees. So that's a second way of upskilling. It is not only blockchain, it could be any of the emerging technology.
Yeah.
Third is people who are all working in the traditional technology would like to go for a better job or a better salary, better career option, they want to learn blockchain or emerging technology. See, India, the financial cycle is April to March. I am not very sure what is it in your country. Some country it's Jan to December, but April to March is the financial cycle.
Okay.
And March is the employee performance review is done, right? And if an employee done well, April 1st, he gets a better salary. If you don't do well, you may not get the better salary. If somebody did very badly, he will be asked to go. All will happen in March, April. That's why if you look at our social media platform, the last 2-3 days, we are targeting that. We are saying that if you're going to handle March, because the companies are going for performance review.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the third segment where individual decides and come and learn from the companies, right? So that way, the market size which we are talking about is huge for India.
Wow.
Right.
Within tech, you just mentioned 4 million.
Yeah.
That's a huge amount of people.
Yes.
I mean, I can imagine. I mean, you just said it right. Emurgo is becoming a well-known entity within the country for blockchain trainings.
Yeah.
And firstly, so if a company has heard of Emurgo and they're planning on expanding or exploring whatever in blockchain, and they need their people or their employees to get some sort of training and knowledge, reach out to Emurgo India.
Yeah.
You know, guys, these are the people. So they can ask either the people to reach out to you, or they can reach out to you and ask you to train their people.
Yeah. So, okay. So what we have done is our online learning platform, we have added a module for the employer. So what will happen? The employer also is part of the module, the learning module. Once you register with Emurgo as an employer, you will have the access to the student profile, right? So the project we started only December 15th. We started, the integration is going on. So the advantage is, suppose Denisio is my student. One of the employer is looking at his project. Denisio is doing a project in, say, financial services. Then the company may be working in financial services. He may come and say that, hey, I want to hire this guy. During as part of your curriculum, the student is supposed to do a project. Let him do my project. I want to evaluate him. If he's fine, then I want to hire him. Okay. So we are opening up that. That's why I said the ecosystem has to have employer. See, the ecosystem has to have university, employer, the startup environment. If these three are not there, it will not succeed. So definitely it is required to be part of it. We have done the integration, just it's going on now. It may stabilize in another 1 or 2 months of time.
Wow. So I just about partnerships, right? We have maybe about 10 to 15 minutes about partnerships. Ellapan,
yeah,
are there any things in the pipeline currently that you are able to talk about?
So partnership, definitely we are, see, the one thing we are trying to do is that we are trying to work with some of the state governments to become a talent partner. I may not be able to tell you the name now because we have not signed the MOU, nor the government will allow me to tell that in the open forum.
Okay.
We are working with the government, some of the state governments to be a talent partner because they want to move the e-governance, all those. So army of people to be either trained or supported. So that we need to figure it out how we are going to support them. So that one we are working on very seriously. Second, we are trying to work with some more large universities in northern part of the country, which we have just started. So we want to work with some of the large universities to replicate what we have been doing in this part of the country. So that is the second thing we are looking at. Third, definitely we want to get into the corporate training market, the market which we have not done much work till today. A company needs few 100 or 50, 70 people to be trained in specific part of blockchain. So that we have not started big way. So we need to get there as well. So that alliance, you would like to have some big names to be part of us. So the plans for 2020 is on. Very exciting times are ahead, and I'm sure it is not going to be that easy to deal with. See, when you deal with students now, it is difficult to make them understand. The moment when we said, Plutus, I'm not going to certify you, you have to learn again. A set of students are happy. Okay, you guys are not teaching the old one. You're saying, genuinely saying that Don't worry, I'm going to teach you. One more said, yeah, sir, I have to come back again. Yeah, this is not my mistake or anyone's mistake. Yeah, it is updating the technology is very important, but
Yeah.
they need to be spoken. You need to tell them, because see, these guys are all from across the country, across the platform.
Yeah.
So it has got its own challenges to deal with. So all going to be what do you say, mixed bag for us for 2020.
Nice. Vasil,
Yes,
do you
I have a specific question for
Yes,
Evie.
yes, Vasil.
Did you made already certain initial research about the number of professionals in India who work under the paradigm or umbrella of functional programming? Not Haskell only, but also Erlang, Elixir, OCaml, whatever, because it seems that those guys, they could easily shift from Erlang, they could shift and understand and learn Haskell or Plutus, from Elixir, also from OCaml, because the paradigm is functional.
Yeah, I understand. See what happens here. There are, see, if I look at we have done a market study. We are not able to get the exact number of this, but what we could get it from the LinkedIn kind of a source. India has got approximately 20 plus thousand programmers, developers doing work in blockchain as a technology. Okay, the number is about 3-4 months back data from LinkedIn. About 20,000, that is 19,000 plus odd. Maybe you can take 20,000 as a number for just for the sake of discussion. See, what we are increasingly seeing is a guy who worked in whatever you talked about wants to move them to the other technology. It is little difficult to push them. See, the biggest challenge for any company today, at least in Indian perspective, if a guy is extremely good in one technology, if you push him to learn other thing, they are not keen. See, anyway, I know this technology left, right, side. Why should I learn, right? But the young crowd is very keen to do. A guy with only 2 to 3 years of experience, not much thing to carry back. He wants to learn new. The moment you say, hey, Plutus is, sir, please teach me Plutus or Marlo, or I want to do this, I want to do that. So that is the interesting game. A guy who worked there for a few years now settled in some technology. That is a challenge. That's a challenge.
And you have quite many young, let's say, curious people wanted to learn there.
Yeah.
Thousands or millions, maybe.
Yeah, it's in millions actually. See, that's why I said every year 34 million is getting into the college. So that is much bigger the size of some of the Europe country, right?
yes.
34 million getting into colleges, but they get into everything: humanities, medicine, science, arts, computer science, mathematics, physics, all stream put together.
Yes.
So the workforces are very, very large. The one area the government also very, very keen or very supportive is they knew that IT can bring in money, stable career, and it can give employment. That is where blockchain gets a lot of support from the government, because for them, in a way, once I move everything the government function to blockchain next 5 years or whatever time it takes, at least one headache is out. Nobody is going to question the government, keep asking about data, this is correct, not correct, all those stuff. Second, it's going to create a big employment, right? So that way, there is a larger scope available for us.
Yes. Who are your direct competitors in within the country?
So within the country, if I look at, we have a couple of competitors, but again, as I said earlier, they are all into the online platform. Only one person is into offline. There is a competitor called Upgrad, Talent Sprint, Talent Edge. Like a couple of them are there, to name the few.
Yeah.
For me, I don't look at them as competitors. There's a big difference. So I'll make a very powerful statement now. They are not my competitors. See, they teach blockchain. They also teach blockchain. They teach AI. They teach ML. They teach IoT. They teach Java. They also teach blockchain. Emurgo will teach only blockchain. We are only into blockchain. So if you want to know blockchain, if you want to know Cardano, and Cardano nobody's teaching or nobody's talking about in the Indian market. Anyway, it's just we are entering into the market. If it is blockchain, and Cardano or any of the platform, the only company which is only into blockchain and the entire ecosystem of blockchain is Emugo. Number two, we are the only company can talk about my own platform, right? I can go and say that here I am the official commercial arm of Cardano. I can say that. I don't think anyone has the anything to talk about, right? Recently, I think Hyperledger came out with some certification, but I don't think any company can claim that in India. So that's why I don't look at them as a competitor, because they also do blockchain. We do only blockchain.
Yeah, that's I like that. I like that. So like basically,
Yes, I would say that Emurgo India is unique and
Yeah,
is beyond competition.
yeah, definitely yes. In this space, yeah, that's why. See, nobody can come and claim that I am part of a platform in blockchain. Nobody can claim. I can claim for sure.
amen to that.
Hmm.
Hey, guys, I only have like 2 minutes, 2 minutes left. But
Yeah,
just before we leave, Ellapan, if there's anything you would like the listeners to take away from this conversation, maybe two or three things, what would that be?
yeah. So yeah, two, three things definitely. The takeaway one is in terms of blockchain. I'm just coming from my own experience. Like the 1 year, the early when we started, we spoke the same platform. After 1 year, I'm talking about. I can definitely see a big change happening in the market. Definitely see a big change happening in the market in terms of the requirement for blockchain beyond cryptocurrency and beyond anything. Blockchain as a technology is stabilizing well. Definitely, I can see that. I think all of us have to really, really take this initiative further. Second, I see people started talking about Cardano. Even a couple of inquiries now started talking about, oh, okay, you are part of Cardano. Okay, what is Cardano is talking about? I think we need to have a little bit of patience to take this to the next level. I think any upcoming technology will have this challenge of updation, all this stuff. And when you do something unique, something very important, it will take some time. I think we'll have to put our efforts and bring the best out of it for sure. That's the second thing. Definitely, we should look at. Third, the emerging markets are the key holders for developers. I think Cardano is a community. Each one of you have the responsibility to reach them out. I'm happy when you introduced Joshua. I'm very happy we are talking. And Emurgo is very keenly talking about Indonesia, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, all those small countries or African countries. The emerging market, you have a extremely good developers who has the hungry to learn. They have the hungry to learn. I think that is the market. All of us have to put efforts and bring them up, and that is going to help our platform very well. That's all I want to say.
Nice, nice, nice. Thank you very much, Elipal, for coming on the show again, second time. Ladies and gentlemen, Elipan is the CEO of Emurgo India, has been doing a lot of work, has been covering lots of ground, has been acquiring many partnerships within India for the academy. They're moving forward in a systematic, step-by-step pace. And as Elipan mentioned earlier, they're working, together with governments, to or the government to form, let's say, to become a kind of like a partner, training partner stuff. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong there, Elipan.
Yes, yes.
Yes, have been working with universities. They started out first with the Shiva University and the PSG College. They've expanded this now to other universities and colleges within India. And the focus in the future is to also uh, do partnerships with corporations, larger corporations. Um, the the students that have partake in the previous program, the basics of blockchain, whenever Goguen is launched, those students will be able to enroll into the new program, learning Plutus and Marlowe, smart contract programming, with no additional costs. So Emergo India Academy India, under lead of Ellapan, is doing amazing things. The country has 4 million people within the IT, let's say, world, working class, and all of those people are just hungry to learn. There's 34,000 people on a yearly basis, students enrolling in educational programs on a daily basis. This places Emurgo in a perfect position to actually take on the demand of these students for blockchain training. Ellapan, I can go on, but for now, I really want to thank you for the amazing work you guys have been doing in India.
Thank you so much, Denshio. Thank you, Vessel. I think you guys are doing an amazing job. I think you reach out each and everyone who are all possible, and you are making big things happening for Cardano. I wish you good luck, and let's keep talking. That's a way to take it forward.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you very much. I just make it short. You are unique CEO of unique Emurgo Academy India. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Amen. Take care. Take care.
Bye-bye.